Spring is here and everyone is trying to lighten up their beverage choices. Jackie Ish from Sea Salt St. Pete is here with some spring spirits. Welcome, Jackie. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. Thanks for having me back.
So I'm thrown a little bit. So you're our wine gal.
Yes, I am.
You always talk wine, wine, wine. I've never seen you play bartender, and that's what we're doing today, right?
I stood behind a bar for a very long time.
Yeah, I bet you did.
And part of the job as a sommelier is you run a beverage program. So the spirits and the wine come together. And today we're going to bring together a little bit of both.
And I'm so glad because I know it's got to be good because we know Jackie knows your wine. You love your wine. So I'm assuming your cocktails have got to be right up there.
Yeah, and cocktails are fun. You use the same kind of profile choices. You want something a little sweet, something maybe a little bitter, something a little sour. Kind of hit all those points on your palate. So the first one that we're going to talk about is the Aperol Spritz. This is a classic Italian cocktail. You go to Italy, you see these everywhere.
And it's the Aperol Spritz.
Aperol Spritz.
Make sure I'm saying that right, because I think I might like this one.
So it starts out with Aperol, which is a sweet, but it's got a little bit of bitterness to it as well. We put some Prosecco in here, which is our classic Italian sparkling wine, kind of the workhorse.
Jackie loves her bubbles.
I do like my bubbles. And then we top it off with just a little bit of club soda or sparkling mineral water. And you garnish it with an orange. It's beautiful, light, very refreshing.
I've never had Aperol in the first place, so may I?
Absolutely.
She's putting it way far away. Oh, wow. That is good.
Isn't that
and
good?
See, here's
really refreshing.
For me, it's very overwhelming when I think about cocktails because I see these bottles, but I don't know what they are. When you are at the liquor store, you know, you don't know where to start. So I like that this is something different, and maybe at home you can try a new liquor as well and a new drink. This spring. Now this is smelling good already too. What are we doing?
Well, so this time of year, you know, it's spring and there's so many beautiful options at the produce stand. So what I did is I brought a drink that I actually crafted last summer for our list at Sea Salt, and it's called a bubbly redhead. So we start out with
this is a Jackie original.
This is a Jackie original. So we start out with some fresh raspberries. Got some fresh mint over here. A little bit of simple syrup. Oh, I'm shaking. And then we have an elderflower liqueur. We put that in here as well.
Okay, another liqueur that I would be like, okay, I don't know what that is. I'm not going to try it. So I'm so glad that we're thinking outside the box when it comes to these things.
And I just realized I didn't bring my ice. It's over there.
Ah, okay. Well, ice, I was going to say, you can try to get it or we can just continue to talk about it. You know ice is in the drink. Oh, she's grabbing it anyways. Well, she's grabbing it and getting the ice ready for this cocktail. Does this have a wine in it as well? Because you say people are starting to see that on menus more, especially spring menus. I would be scared to order that. So
we're going to give this a shake. Yeah, so it's a little bit of both. And then we're going to go again back to our Prosecco.
So is that maybe one of the easier wines to combine in a cocktail?
It's a beautiful spirit. There's a little bit of sweetness in it. It's got that effervescence, which, you know I'm a bubbles girl, but it really does. It gives another depth, another little bit of texture on your palate.
Because I always think still, when you think wine cocktails, your mind goes to sangria. So I love that we're seeing more.
And that's a classic, and I'm glad you brought that up because that is the classic. Everybody knows sangria, but there's so many more options. And then we're going to garnish it with our little, you don't even need a pick. You've got your natural little mint sprig here.
Oh, I like it. Looking good.
The bubbly redhead.
The bubbly redhead. So I know, too, if you were thinking about entertaining, which spring is such a fun time to entertain, you've got a fabulous tip to kind of keep people entertained, too, along with enjoying themselves.
Yeah, so if you're entertaining, and a lot of times we're all busy, we're finishing up the meal, your guests show up, they want something to do, they want to help. If you have maybe something really special you're planning for dinner and you don't necessarily want that help, set up a bar. Print up a little recipe card for your guests, or, we're all going green. You can message it to your friends, put it on a tablet. Here's your bar. You have your jiggers, your shakers, you have your strainer. Go to town.
And I like that you've got the muddle. You can actually do that right there while you're waiting. I think that's a really good idea, because if you're probably doing a party, you don't want to think about, oh, wait a second, I also want to play bartender. Why not let your guests?
Put them to work.
This is good. See, this is what happens when Jackie gets behind our bar here at the Morning Blend. More great ideas. And, of course, share with people where they can see you. They can come visit you at
Sea Salt St. Pete, and you'll see these drinks on our menu.
I like it. I'm really liking this one, too. Good. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
We'll get it figured out right.
Happy
there you go. Happy spring.